Hello dear students, welcome back to physics online class. In last session already we discussed about Coulomb's law. So related to that Coulomb's law, it gives that force between the static charges. That force between the static charges depends on what are the factors. So F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 by R square here. So force between the static charges depends on product of magnitude of the charge as well as distance between the charge, and it depends upon the medium between the charge particles. So this is about theoretical information related to Coulomb's law. So now let me solve some numericals related to Coulomb's law. If you solve the numericals, you may get that better theory understanding. So in physics, solving numerical is to understand better theory. So that is the purpose of solving the numericals. So let me solve some numericals related to Coulomb's law. For example, first question. A proton and electron placed at a distance of 1.6 centimeter in a free space. Here that one proton is there and another one is electron. Separation between the proton and electron is 1.6 centimeter here. So magnitude of the proton. So proton magnitude is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. And for that electron is also same, 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So which thing they asked to calculate here? So force between these two proton, so and as well as electron. So I have formula. So F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught here Q1 into Q2 by R square. So what's the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught? In last class I said that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Is it right? So Q1 value is how much? Magnitude of the charge 1.6. They didn't mention in the question, but you have to remember that charge on the proton and as well as electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Both are having same value, means shall I make it as a square here? Divided by distance between the charge particle is also 1.6. So that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square. Look at here, 1.6 square and 1.6 square getting cancelled out. So F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9. So 10 to the power of minus 19 square, that is 10 to the power of minus 38. Here 10 to the power of 9 divided by, so 10 to the power of minus 4. So F is equal to, F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of minus 38 plus 9. So that is minus 29 by minus 4, 10 to the power of minus 4. So F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of minus 29 plus 4. So 9 into 10 to the power of minus 25 Newton here. What is the force between proton and that electron here? Force between the proton and electron is 9 into 10 to the power of minus 25 Newton. Whether this force is attractive force or repulsive force, here opposite charges or unlike charges are there. From the properties of the charges, like charge repel each other, whereas unlike charges attract each other. Between the proton and electron there must be a attractive force here. What kind of force is present here? Attractive force. So did you get my point here? So we'll solve next numericals. Okay, read the next question. Force between two electron when placed in air is equal to 0.5 times weight of the electron. So look at here, force between the two electron, they mention force value here. Force between the two electron is 0.5 times of the weight of the electron. So indirectly they given force value here. Force value is 0.5 times of the weight of the electron. So F is equal to, shall I write it as a 0.5 into weight. Weight is nothing but a mass into acceleration due to gravity here. Find the distance between the electron. So R value is yet to be determined, and mass of the electron they mention 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Again from that Coulomb's law, F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught here q1 into q2 by r square. So F value is 0.5 into weight of the electron. So 0.5 is nothing but a 1 by 2. Mass of the electron. Mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 here. Next, acceleration due to gravity 9.8 or 10. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 to the power of 9 here. Q1 into Q2. Magnitude of the electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square here divided by r square. So calculate that r value here. 5, 9.1, it is nearly 9, will get cancelled out here. So 5 into 10 to the power of minus 31 into r square, it is equal to 1.6 into 1.6. So that is 2.56 into 10 to the power of minus 38. So r square is equal to, so here the 10 to the power of 9 is there, into 10 to the power of minus, into 10 to the power of 9, 2.56 into 10 to the power of minus 29 by 5 into 10 to the power of minus 31. So I will simplify. So shall I write this one as a 256 into 10 to the power of minus 31 divided by 5 into 10 to the power of minus 31 will get cancelled out here. 256 divided by 5. So 5 ones are 10. So that is 51. So r square value is 51. R is equal to square root of 51. How to determine the square root of improper number here? So look at here. This 51 value is in between 7 into 7, 49, 8 into 8, 64. It is in between 49 and 64. So it is less than 64. So answer must be 7 point something here. So square root of 51. So 7 into 7, 49 I said. So write it as a 7 point something. So something value. How to calculate 7 point something value here? So whatever the number you got it here, make it as a twice or into 2. 7 into 2, 14 here. Then what's the difference between 51 and 49 here? 51 minus of 49, 2. 1 by 7, nearly around about r value is equal to 7.1 meter here. What is the distance between the two electron here? Distance between two electron is 7.1 meter here. So next question is, hope you following my words. So just you will remember the formula and practice more kind of numericals. So today I will send some questions related to Coulomb's law. So you may solve all such kind of questions. Next question. Two charges of equal magnitude and at a distance r exert a force F. Here two charges are there. These two charges having the equal magnitude and separation between those two charges r, and the separation is r means force will be F here. So initial force is F for a two charges having the separation is r. Initial separation is r, and if the charge is half and distance between them is doubled, so initial charge q1 is equal to q2, so that is equal to q, same magnitude they mention. In the second case, so they mention that q2 dash or q1 dash it is equal to q2 dash. So if the charge are half and distance between them is double, initial charge is q. So now I will make that charge is half of the initial value. So new charge is q1 dash, it is equal to q2 dash, that is equal to q by 2, and r2 value is distance between them is double. Then what about the force? So look at here. Initially they consider two charges here, q1 and q2, its magnitude is same, separation between them is r, and force between them is F. Now so they are going to be consider, they will make that charge half of the initial value. So new charge will be q by 2 and separation between them is double dimension. Initial separation is R, double means 2 times of R. Then what about the new force is yet to be determined here. So in order to calculate the new force, initial value F1 is equal to K into Q1 into Q2. It is equivalent to identical dimension Q square divided by R square. In that second case, F2 is equal to K into Q1 dash into Q2 dash. So that is equal to Q by 2. So that is nothing but a Q by 2 whole square. And distance value is R2 value is double to R. Then F2 is equal to K into Q square by 4 whole divided by 4R square. Let me write it here. F2 is equal to K into Q square, 4 into 4, here 16 R square. So what's that value here? K Q square by R square is nothing but a F1 here. So then F2 is equal to F1 by 16 here. What is that new force value here? New force value is decreases 16 times of the original value. So look at here. Initially they mentioned 2 charges here. Now now the charge is they made it as a half, and distance between them is they made it as a double here. Then force is decreases by 16 times of the original value here. So look at the next. Okay, we'll read that next question. 2 positive charges are separated by a distance of 2 meters. Here 2 positive charges are there. Distance between these 2 charges are 2 meters, and force between them is 0.36 Newton. Distance between these 2 charges is 2 meters, and force between these 2 charges is 0.36 Newton, or 36 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Newton here. If the combined charge is 26 microcoulomb, so combined charge means Q1 plus of Q2 value is 26 microcoulomb. Then find the combination of the charges. Let us consider Q1 and Q2 value, combination of the charges. What is the individual charge we have to determine here. So in order to calculate that, again from that Coulomb's law, F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 by R square. Here force value is 36 into 10 to the power of minus 2. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. First I will calculate Q1 into Q2 value. So Q1 into Q2 by R square value. So R value is 2 meters. So I will simplify here. First I will get that Q1 into Q2 value. So in order to get that Q1 into Q2 value, so that Q1 into Q2 is equal to 36 into 4. So that is 144. 144 into 10 to the power of minus 2 divided by 9 into 10 to the power of 9. 9 into 10 to the power of 9 here. So I will make division here. Ones are here. 54. So 54 means 16 here. So Q1 into Q2 is equal to 16 into 10 to the power of minus 2 minus 9 minus 11. So or 160 into 10 to the power of minus 12 coulomb. What is that Q1 and Q2 value here? Q1 and Q2 value is 160 into 10 to the power of minus 12. So look at here, I got, they mentioned Q1 plus Q2 value, and I got that Q1 into Q2 value. And if I calculate Q1 minus of Q2 value, if I make addition between Q1 plus Q2 and Q1 minus Q2, I got that individual value here. So in order to calculate Q1 minus of Q2, I will use this formula, A minus B whole square formula, Q1 square plus of Q2 square plus 2 times of Q1 into Q2. So just I will re-alter this formula for this equation, sorry, minus 2 times of Q1 into Q2, Q1 minus Q2 whole square formula. For this equation I will make plus 2 Q1 into Q2 and minus 2 q1 into q2. So plus 2 q1 into q2 and minus 2 q1 into q2 will get cancelled out. So it does not alter to the main equation. So look at here, q1 square plus q2 square minus 2 q1 into q2. For this equation I will make plus 2 q1 into q2 and minus 2 q1 into q2. These two will get cancelled out. It does not alter to the main equation. Now I will rearrange this equation. Q1 square plus q2 square plus 2 times of q1 into q2. So that is nothing but a q1 plus q2 whole square. So q1 minus of q2 whole square, it is equal to q1 plus of q2 whole square minus of minus 2 q1 into q2 minus 2 q1 into q2. So shall I write it as a minus of 4 times of q1 into q2. So q1 minus of q2 whole square, most of the time we will use this equation. Better to remember that q1 into q2 whole square is equal to q1 plus q2 whole square minus of 4 times of q1 into q2. So let me determine q1 minus of q2 whole square. q1 plus q2 value, how much they given here? 26 into 10 to the power of minus 6 whole square minus of 4 into q1 into q2 value is how much? That is 160. 160 into 10 to the power of minus 12 here. So q1 minus of q2 whole square. So it is equal to 26 into 26. How much? 26 into 26. 36 here. 36. So 657. So 657 minus of 16 into 4. 640. 640. 10 to the power of minus 12. Here 10 to the power of minus 12 will be common here. So q1 minus of q2 whole square here. 675 minus of 640. So that is 36 into 10 to the power of minus 12. q1 minus of q2 is how much? Squaring. q1 minus of q2, square root of 36 means 6. 6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb. I got that q1 minus of q2 value. I have q1 plus q2 as well as q1 minus of q2. I will make addition here. So q1 plus of q2 is 26 and q1 minus of q2 is 6. q1 minus of q2 is 6 microcoulomb. If you make addition between these two equations, plus q2 minus q2 getting cancelled, 2 q1 is equal to 32 here. q1 is equal to 16 microcoulomb. Individual charge value. q1 is 16 microcoulomb. So 16 microcoulomb, fill it in this equation. 16 plus of q2 is equal to 26. So q2 is equal to 26 minus of 16. That is 10 microcoulomb. So what is that individual charge value here? Individual charge value is 16 microcoulomb as well as 10 microcoulomb. So hope you understand here. So remember this formula. So q1 plus q2 value they mention. From the formula, first you will calculate that q1 into q2 value. Then later on, if you get that q1 minus q2, so if you make addition between these two equations, you are getting that individual value here. So we'll move for next question. So today I will send some assignment related to Coulomb's law. So you may solve such kind of questions. By the next class, I will solve remaining questions even. Okay. Look at the next question. A charge q is divided into two small parts. So one charge is there, that charge is q. A charge q is divided into two small parts. What should be the value of charges on the parts so that force between the part will be maximum? So look at here, I am having one charge q. So this charge I am going to be divided into two parts here. So this charge is going to be divided into two parts. After dividing, I may get that maximum force here. So charge q will divide into two parts. After the division, I want that maximum force. In order to get that maximum force, F should be maximum. So F is maximum here. In order to get that maximum force, how to divide this charge here. So for example, in order to get the maximum force, how to divide this charge I need to calculate here. So in order to calculate that maximum force, so first I will calculate that. So what should be the charge on each part? For example, this entire charge q is divided into two parts they mentioned. So I will assume that one part is q here. So charge q is divided into a q and the remaining portion is q minus of q. So did you get my point here? Charge q is divided into a two part here. One is part q and another part is remaining charge capital Q minus of small q. So first I want to calculate what's that small q value. So what should be the magnitude of the charge in order to get the maximum force here. So from the Coulomb's law, F is equal to K into Q1 into Q2 by R square here. F is equal to K into Q1 means Q here, Q2 means Q minus of Q here by R square. So look at here, in order to get the maximum force, I need to differentiate this equation. For maximum force, so for maximum force, dF by dq is equal to 0. In order to get the maximum force, I need to differentiate this equation. So let me differentiate this equation. dF by dq, it is equal to d by dq of, what's that f value here? So f value is k into q of q minus of q divided by r square here. So differentiation of the constant term will be 0. Here df by dq value is what? 0 here. So in order to get the maximum force, df by dq is equal to 0. So constant term, differentiation of the constant term is 0. Here k is constant term and r is also constant term. I want to differentiate with respect to charge here. With respect to q means k and r are constant terms. So differentiation of the constant term is 0. So let me rewrite this equation. D by dq of q into q minus of q. So did you get my point? Here k and r is the constant term, differentiation of the constant term is 0. So it is equal to d by dq of q into q minus of q square. So look at here, differentiation of small q into capital Q, it is in the form of uv form, u into dv by dt plus of, so what's that, v into du by dt. Differentiation of q, small q means what's that remains here, differentiation of q into q is, so that is nothing but a, so q into q means q minus of, differentiation of q square is 2q, differentiation of q square is 2q. From this formula, d by dx of x to the power of, d by dx of x to the power of n is equal to n into x to the power of n minus 1. So differentiation of q square is 2q. So 2q means here the df by dq is equal to 0. What's the value here? Q is equal to 2q and q is equivalent to a q by 2. So look at here, what should be the value of q here? Q value is equal to q by 2. What's the mean here? So small q is equal to capital Q divided by 2. It means that in order to get the maximum force, I need to divide the charge into a two equal half. For example, if it is 50 microcoulomb, what's the magnitude of charge here? 50 microcoulomb. So in order to get the maximum force, so how to divide the charge here? So I want to divide the charge into a two equal half. So here 25 microcoulomb and here 25 microcoulomb. If I make like so, I want to get the maximum force. So remember one point here, in order to get the maximum force, how to divide the charge? You have to divide the charge into a two equal parts. So for maximum force, we should divide the charge into a two equal parts. So hope you understand till now. In last class we discussed about the Coulomb's law. So today we discuss some numericals related to Coulomb's law. In next class, let me consider certain kind of cases in Coulomb's law, and we'll look at some numericals and we'll go for next one. So hope you understand.